And what's going on, you guys? It's be your boy Scattered by Nature TV, and we are here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mass. Yes, indeed, we're here for another episode of it, honey. Okay, and y'all already know what we're here to do. We are here to cover this case with Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion. As you guys already know, we start the show at the 10-minute mark every time. Okay, at the 10-minute mark every time, honey. And so we haven't gotten there yet. First things first, it's cold as shit. And the lowest it's gonna get is 11 degrees. And that's really ridiculous. Like, straight up, no call-ins tonight. Don't even bother asking me. No call-ins tonight. I'm tired and I don't feel like being bothered. So no call-ins tonight. But yeah, I don't really see this. I don't really see this live being that long tonight because I'm only going to talk about what happened with the trial, the deliberation, and things of that nature. And plus, I got another video to do for you guys for tomorrow. And plus, I was watching the Best Man final chapters, and I really did not want to stop watching it at all. And yeah, that's the only reason why this shit not gonna be that long tonight because I want to continue watching it. I did not want to stop and do no video or nothing. I wanted to watch the whole damn thing, okay? But yeah, baby, Scotty, we're not used to this kind of cold. We not. You see, I got this big bubble coat on today, tonight. Like, child, it is cold out there, and I gotta get up and go to work in the morning. It's gonna be like 11 degrees in the morning, and I'm not looking forward to that. Like, I'm not looking forward to that. I don't like getting up in the morning. I don't like getting up in the morning, having to go outside, warm the car up, and defrost the windows and shit. It's probably gonna take all damn day. It's gonna be 11 fucking degrees when I leave this house. 11 degrees, y'all. Like they said, we're not used to this shit here in Mississippi. We are not used to the shit here in Mississippi at all. Girl, I put this coat on because I had my door open right here and it was letting the air in from the outside. And I was like, oh no, let me close this door. Because we tried to leave that door open so the air can fluctuate into the other room that's stuck to my bedroom. But child, it was letting the air in, that wind blowing real hard. I'm like, girl, and then tomorrow's high gonna be in the fucking 20s. This is gonna be the coldest Christmas I've ever experienced. The coldest Christmas I've ever experienced in my 33 years of living. The coldest Christmas ever. Okay, period. Okay, so first things first though, did anybody that's in this live right now receive a notification? Because all week I have been told that they're not getting no notifications. Even me and Chef Dun Dun talked earlier today, and he was saying that he had to resubscribe to me because they was even snatching subscriptions from people. He had to resubscribe to me, to Jeremy, to several other people. Like, I don't know what's going on with YouTube and these notifications and people losing subscriptions. I don't know what's going on with it, but we gonna get through this thing though. We gonna get through it. Hopefully they fix this fucking problem because it's always some one time of the year. It's a specific time of the year when my notification starts acting a damn fool, and I can't stand it. Like, I hate it when y'all don't get the notifications. It's so annoying. I see a couple of y'all saying y'all got one today, but y'all didn't get one yesterday. Let me see. I only know by opening up YouTube, and that's annoying. You have to set it up on YouTube to get all notifications, not personalized. Okay, so you see what Catherine said. You got to set it up on YouTube to get all notifications, not personalized. Okay, so you have to, let me see. Because sometimes I don't get people notifications either. Like, I don't be seeing Jamie videos until after she done posted them. So, let me see. How do you do that, though? I had to set notify on my TV. Okay. Mine is set to all, but still no notification. That's the thing though. It's annoying. That shit is fucking annoying. Period. Like straight up, it that shit is annoying. Click the notification bell. My notification bell is clicked, honey. Mine is clicked, but it still don't be doing. It still don't be doing right. Child, I got about 100, over 100 people blocked, child. Some of these folks don't even remember blocking. Oh shit. Okay. Let's see. It's the bots. See, that's the thing that annoys me. A lot of folks did not know about it up until they got online, child. That's the thing that kills me about this whole thing. Your channel is the only one I watch on this case besides Tisa Tales because all the other channels get too messy. And by messy, I mean the comments. I try to protect my peace. One thing I can't say about the Scotty gang, y'all ain't messy. Y'all try to keep the mess away from me. My moderators do. They try to keep the mess away from me. You know what I mean? But y'all not really messy. But y'all already know what we at, though. We at the 9-minute mark, so you already know what time it is. It's time for y'all to go ahead and light up this chat with nothing but the fire emojis. We're going to light this chat up all the way up until the 10-minute mark, so go ahead and do so. We got 76 people up in here so far. So like, go ahead and light this chat up, you guys. Go ahead and light it up, light it up, light it up. So we can go ahead and talk about this case. I don't think we're going to be on here no more than 45 minutes tonight. I don't see it being no more than 45 minutes. I ain't trying to be up too late, okay? Yes, come on with the fire. Come on with it. Y'all got 10 more seconds. And there we go. So now we're at the 10-minute mark, you guys. First of all, once again, thank you guys for tuning into the platform. I really appreciate it. I have to say it every time we're on live, every time we're doing videos. I just want to thank you guys for all of your continued support as we head into a new year. Thank you guys for everything. Okay. You guys will be getting videos every single day up until New Year's Eve. Okay. So make sure y'all be on the lookout for it. Entertaining and consistent content all throughout the week. Make sure y'all get into it. So right now we're about to go ahead and get into this case that we're all sick of, and that is the case with Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion. Let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. We got some things to discuss really quick. Like I said, we're only going to be on here from between 30 to 45 minutes, so this should not be too long. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. I already set the tweets up that I'm going to be looking at and stuff like that. So, yes, indeed, we're going to get right on the two of y'all. So, let me go ahead and remove this overlay so you guys can get right on into it. So, that's what we're going to read Megan Cunniff and her tweets or whatever. That's the ones that we're going to read today. Okay. So, this is the thread from where it started at, child. Okay. This is the thread. So, it says, good morning from Los Angeles. Okay, good morning from Los Angeles, where a jury could reach a verdict today in Tory Lanez's trial for the 2020 shooting. For the 2020 shooting of Megan Thee Stallion. I'm at the courthouse and I will be updating this thread throughout the day. Okay, shout out to the 82 people that's in the room. Tory's lawyer, George, is to finish his closing argument this morning. Then prosecutors would give rebuttal agreement. Deputy DA Alexander Bott argued yesterday that Lanez shot Megan Thee Stallion over nothing more than a bruised ego. Okay. This is there's a holiday skeleton crew of media awaiting Lanez's arrival. Judge David's trial schedule has allowed what could have been a 3 to 5 day trial to stretch over 2 weeks and keep the jury here 3 days before Christmas. So the crowd has been shrinking every day. As I explained in a Law Crime Network interview, should the jury convict Tory Lanez today, Judge Harry Ford is going to be under big pressure from prosecutors to jail him on the spot 3 days before Christmas with his family in a courtroom. If it happens, it'll be a scene. Tory Lanez addresses this predicament in the July 2021 song Gra Ta Ta, which begins, I know y'all hoes want me in jail, but I'm a stunt because I'm a baller. He raps later, I know that y'all bitches want me in jail, but I'm going to keep stunting. How would things end up today? But before the jury can deliberate, they're going to hear more from Lane's lawyer, George, who didn't finish his closing argument before Judge Hereford ended court about 4:30 p.m. yesterday. Then rebuttal from prosecutors. Jurors were told to report at 9:45. Given Judge Hereford's approach to trial scheduling, there's a real chance that we don't get going up until 11. And George and the rebuttal can go on until noon. And then the jury is forced to take the standard 90-minute break before they can deliberate. Okay? But it's also very possible that the jury starts deliberating this morning. Given the looks on their faces yesterday, I think they're ready to be done with this case, but anything can happen in the jury room. They have 3 charges to consider, including assault with a firearm. I encourage everyone to read my Law Crime News article on closings yesterday, but there are many details in here that aren't in the tweets. Deputy DA Alexander Bott detailed a lot of evidence against Lanez. Oh, she's talking about where we could find all her articles and stuff like that. Okay, so this is Tory Lanez arriving in court wearing a pink powder suit. Let's get into it, honey. Okay, so that was Tory Lanez in his cotton candy suit walking into the courtroom. It's official. The jury is now deliberating in the Tory Lanez assault trial over the 2020 shooting of Megan Thee Stallion. The 12 jurors went back to the jury room a few minutes later after Lanez's lawyer, George, finished his closing, and then Deputy DA Kathy gave her rebuttal, okay? Megan Thee Stallion has representatives in the courtroom today. George pointed them out in his closing argument, questioning why her lawyer was handing papers to prosecutors during her testimony. Saying this isn't a civil case, George Hereford sustained prosecutors' objections. Deputy DA Kathy reminded jurors of a quote from George from his closing yesterday that I really should have included in today's argument. This case is about sexual relationships. TA disputed that claim from George, arguing that the case is about a shooting and not sex. George tried hitting on how much Tory Lanez has gone through the last 2 years being falsely accused, when he really was trying to stop the violence between 2 jealous women, saying, you think my client hasn't gone through what Megan's gone through? But Judge Hereford sustained an objection from prosecutors because George is supposed to be arguing what he believes the evidence shows, and George never elicited testimony or entered evidence about what Tory's been through the last 2 years. George tried to be humorous and personal with the jury. There are 14, 9 women and 5 men. 2 of the women appear to be alternatives. George told them near the end of his arguments, my wife will tell you I love to get the last word. One thing trial strategists may say George could focus more on is the fact that Tory made that apologetic call to Kelsey when he was in jail and tried to establish that he was hungover and miserable in jail to try to explain his apologetic demeanor, but we never heard it. Like Deputy DA Alex Bott did in his closing, Deputy Kathy T.A. quoted Megan's own testimony in her rebuttal. This whole story has been nothing about the shooting. It's only been about who Tory is having sex with. TA had a slideshow with the slide labeled "Not About" with the list underneath. Anyone's sex life, the party, and LAPD. TA said regarding Kelsey Harris, the idea that she's a criminal mastermind. She's a terrible liar on the stand, and she also went through key passages from Hollywood Hills homeowner Sean Kelly's testimony about seeing Tory holding an object in his hand when the flashes were going off. TA said when Tory and Megan were hanging out in July 2020, her fame was quickly rising. She's more successful and she's more famous than him. Tory was smirking and shaking his head at the defense table as she said this. TA said Tory had a massive ego and he could not handle being disrespected. And when Megan had the nerve to walk away from him, he lost it and fired 5 rounds at her, and then later apologized for doing so. This is a straightforward case, TA said. Threadbroker continues here. Here's my article on Sean Kelly's testimony. He may go down as the least defensive defense witness that I have ever seen testify. Regarding the jury, with 2 women as alternates, the 12 deliberating jurors are 7 women, 5 men. 2 of the men, like Tory Lanez, are wearing pink today. Oh my God. Not wearing pink. Okay. One is a white bald man who appears to be in his 40s. The other man wearing pink is a black man, probably in his early 30s, who appears to have a penchant for a short sleeve collared shirts. He walked into the courtroom last week wearing a USC Trojan shirt. One of the women is white and appears to be in her 30s. She's been at the same coffee shop I go to the last 2 mornings buying her eggnog latte before she heads to the courtroom. Sitting next to the eggnog latte lady in the jury box is a woman in her 30s who appears to be Hispanic. She's wearing badge 50. The pool report from the jury selection says about juror 50. Medical assistant in the cardiology office says that she can be fair. Seated next to the medical assistant is juror 39, the young black woman who is a seamstress. Pool report of woman's clothing, seamstress, who says she's familiar with at least one party in the case through Instagram, but generally isn't on social media, says she can be fair. A bald white man with glasses sat next to juror 30. Jury selection pool report describes him this way. Networking engineer for a large sporting arena. Says he served on 3 trials and was a victim of a residential burglary. Says he can be fair on both sides. Next to the networking engineer is a white man that's in his late 20s or early 30s. He has a tattoo on his left bicep and wears glasses. Sitting next to a black man who's probably in his late 50s and early 60s. Next to him is a woman who I don't have a good description of because I can't see much of her, but she's a person of color. The first jury box row begins with the 2 alternates, one blondish white woman with glasses who was absolutely staring death stares at George yesterday. 3 other women were next, all appearing in their 40s. Then comes the bald white man in a pink shirt, followed by the young black woman who wears pink and at one point a USC Trojan attire. Next to him is the black woman in her 50s or 60s, whom I mentioned yesterday. Speaking of the jury, they just left the jury room for the standard 90-minute break. This means nothing can happen up until 1:30. What's going on with all these damn porn bots and shit? I'm glad y'all getting them up out of here. George Hereford told the jury that they don't reach the verdict today, they can deliberate tomorrow or take the day off in return for further deliberations on December the 22nd. I'm cognizant that today is December the 22nd, the jury said. Getting up before a jury and giving a closing argument has to get a lawyer's adrenaline pumping, and sometimes funny little gaffes can happen because of it. In the Harvey Weinstein trial, it was his lawyer, Alan Jackson, cited the birth of his daughter when saying in his closing that people can remember specific times. He could never forget that she was born at 7:34 a.m. on October the 19th. October 20th. For Lane's lawyer, George, it was when he was saying something this morning about Kelsey being the one who actually shot Megan, not Lane's. And when he blanked on Kelsey's name in the heat of the moment, saying, "What's her name?" Kelsey. I also noticed that yesterday, George was talking about what a high standard beyond a reasonable doubt is for criminal convictions, he said. The legislator makes it very difficult. I'm sure he knows it's actually the Constitution that does that. A message from your friendly LA Superior Court Communications Office staff. They returned from lunch and resumed deliberating at 1:32 p.m. Okay. Hello, the jury in the case of People versus Daystar Peterson broke for lunch at 12:05 p.m. and they returned from lunch and resumed deliberating at 1:32 p.m. There is no verdict yet in the Tory Lanez trial, but they have requested to hear all of Sean Kelly's testimony read aloud by the court reporter. That's happening right now. Many judges have read backs occur in open court and the public can sit in and watch and listen into what's happening. Judge Charlene did that in the Danny Masterson's RAPE trial, but Judge Lisa Lynch wouldn't allow it in Harvey Weinstein's trial. Same with Judge Harry Ford, okay? Apparently. Judge Lynch wouldn't allow the public to even know what the jury was asking about for a verdict that has cultural implications, saying it would interfere with deliberations. The fact that we know what the request is in Lane's trial is clear evidence of how wrong she is on that. Reporters are passing around the verdict in the hall passing around the verdict form in the hallway. I think there's confusion online because people see on top of one page, and I think that's it. But jury has 2 pages for each charge, one for not guilty and one for guilty. This is the assault charge. No verdict yet. Again, there's no verdict in the Tory Lanez trial. Jurors have 2 pages for each charge, one for not guilty and one for guilty. These are for the second count. I repeat, there is no verdict yet in the Tory Lanez case, okay? Jurors have 2 pages for each charge, one for guilty, one for not guilty. These are the third charge, discharge of a firearm with gross negligence. The verdict makes me realize that there's been confusion over what exactly Tory Lanez is charged with. When I talked to his lawyer before the trial, he said negligent discharge would basically be an alternate to intentional, but there actually is no charge of intentional discharge. To clarify, I'm saying Lanez is not charged with the intentional discharge of a firearm as has been reported, including by me in old stories. He's charged with assault with a firearm, negligent discharge of a firearm, and having a concealed and unregistered firearm in the vehicle. I'm used to having electronic access to all documents through federal court, so the complete lack of any public access to criminal records during a major LA Superior Court trials is quite a change. It's really disgraceful that the public isn't allowed to see the documents in this case. Anyone citing that this is a high-profile case seems to forget the fact that court is taxpayer. It's a taxpayer-funded public system designed to resolve major disputes. The U.S. District Court creates web pages for all documents in some high-profile cases. Why can't the state courts? Tory Lanez's lawyer George just told reporters in the hallway that the jury has another question. They want a definition of willfully and on purpose. George said in his question for the jury, "What's taking so long with your NG? Not guilty." He seemed like a very cocky ass lawyer. Like he know that this motherfucker finna be not guilty. You feel what I'm saying? Like he all cocky and stuff. Like he know what the tea finna be. Like, girl, keep your panties on. Like, calm down. You don't know what this case is about to give, so shut the fuck up. You feel what I'm saying? Like, the fuck? You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel right now. Like, what the fuck are you? You know what I'm saying? Child, like he know he got this in the bag, honey. That's the type of time I'm getting off of him. He seemed like he act like he got it in the bag, child. Like he ain't got a goddamn thing to worry about. That's how it comes across to me. Like girl, if you don't wait a minute until we really figure out what this case is gonna give, you might well just shut the fuck up. I don't want you to look stupid after a while, honey. Okay, that's what we don't want. Okay, where am I at? Okay. We got over 170 people in here, but 69 likes. Make sure you guys are liking the video as you continue to get this commentary. Okay. So let's continue on with what we see. Just in from our friends at the LA Superior Court at 3:50 p.m., the jurors of the case of People versus Daystar Peterson asked the court for a better definition of the word willfully and on purpose. Jurors agreed to wait until tomorrow for a written response from the court. At 3:50 p.m., the jurors in the case of People versus Daystar Peterson asked the court for a better definition of the word willfully and on purpose. Jurors agreed to wait until tomorrow for a written response from the court. Jurors left at 4 p.m. and will resume deliberations at 9 a.m. tomorrow. I think this is it, you guys. Let me make sure. Let's make sure that this is the end. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so that's all of the tweets involved in this case. So as you guys can see, as of right now, there is still no verdict. We still don't know what's really going on with this case. Okay, we still don't know what's going on with this case. We still don't know what's really going to go down with this case. We still don't know nothing. This is probably the most confusing case that we have ever seen in our lives, and we really don't know where this shit is going to go. And I feel like, and this is my thing. I feel like we're going to get a mistrial, and that's going to be very disappointing if we do. But at the end of the day, Megan was shot. Most definitely was shot. Somebody did it. And as of right now, we really don't have a clue as to who did it, which is very unfortunate. We don't know who fucking did it right now. But at some point, we're really going to, I really hope that this verdict comes out the way that I feel that it should be. You know, I would hate to get on here and go live tomorrow and we get a not guilty verdict. It's crazy. And then today, her damn bodyguard, his damn news got leaked today, which I don't have a problem with that. He fine. I don't have a problem with that. I'm not a size king. I don't have a problem with that. Once again, I don't have a problem with that. Did I look at him? Did I like what I saw? So, it is what it is. Now, it is weird that his news got leaked when he was supposed to get on trial and do it, supposed to get up there and do what he was supposed to do. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. The only reason why I'm still not sure is just based off this whole situation. 1 minute is Kelsey. The next minute is Tory. Then the next, we really don't know. We don't know. I personally feel like in my heart that Tory did it, but if we're looking at the way the case is going, we really don't know. We really aren't sure of anything right now. I'm just being honest here. The case is confusing, and one cannot blame me for being confused by how this is going. Like, and see, the thing of it is, for me, I feel like at some point this may be a mistrial just based off of how everything going. It's a reasonable doubt. Supposedly it was resurfaced news. Some people on Twitter were saying that the news were old, but I don't know. But even if the news are old, that's all I got to say about that. I'm just trying to find some type of humor up in this. I mean, I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, I'm Team Megan. I'm still Team Megan. Even though I'm not sure about this case, I'm still Team Megan. I'm not gonna stop supporting her. Um, I'm not gonna stop listening to her music or anything like that. You know what I mean? I just feel like this case has been ran to the point to where ran down to the point to where, it's like they made it about a scandal. They made it about who she slept with, who she opened up a leg to. That's what they made this case about. It was less about who actually shot her, but more about who she slept with. I didn't know you can be on trial for sleeping with somebody. But also with Kelsey, I think she should get a charge too, because she lied. She lied on the stand. It was pretty clear that her ass fucking lied. So, nah. I'm still Team Meg regardless. I just, I mean, yeah. I ain't got the news. You better find them because I ain't got them. Yes, it was a great album. I still listen to it. I still listen to it. I still listen to it. Definitely. Yes, yes, Megs for JJ was definitely on trial more so than who actually shot her, which is unfortunate. That's all they seem to really think about is trying to pin who she was fucking on her. You feel what I'm saying? Really, B, since you're in the chat, can you check your DM, please? Check your DM, please, really, B. Um, Child, if it's okay, I don't give a fuck if it's a teaspoon of snow out there. My ass ain't driving to work. I can tell you that much. I can tell you that. I already hydroplaned a week ago. I'm not driving in nobody's snow. Period. I don't care if it's a teaspoon of snow out there. I ain't going to work. I already don't want to be at work anyway. It's okay, Tracy Chappelle, because Catherine wants to see him. So go ahead and put him in there. Um, what do y'all think will happen to Meg's career if Tory is found guilty? Oh, they're really going to go in on her. They're really going to try to cancel her and all of that. They're really going to try to cancel her. I ain't taking Catherine. Stop. I ain't doing no callings. I ain't in the mood for it. The only person that I let up here is really be tonight. We can do that when this verdict come out, but Where you at in Mississippi? I'm in the southern part and it's not snowing here. I heard it's supposed to be. It ain't snowing here. Somebody said it's snowing in Mississippi, but I don't know what part because it ain't doing shit here. It's just a bunch of wind. Hold on. Hey, really be.
What's up, boo?
So, because I don't intend on being up here for too long, but I don't. Did you do a video about this today?
What about the jury and all of that? You talking about Meg?
Yeah.
I just kind of rolled it into my tribe meeting. I didn't do a separate video. I'm like you. I figured when the verdict come in, child, it'll be plenty to talk about one way or the other, child.
So, with the verdict on the horizon, what do you think is probably going to happen?
As much as I think that Tory is guilty, I do not think he gets convicted. He may get the gun charge. I'm sorry, the pow charge.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't. If I'm on the jury, I just don't know if I can honestly say that there's no reasonable doubt. Even though in my heart of hearts, I believe Tory did it. In my heart of hearts, I just don't know if there's enough to say there is no reasonable doubt. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, I think both sides fumbled. I think both sides could have done things better, but it's always easy to be on the outside and, judge. But I ultimately feel like the witnesses, I mean, all of the witnesses just was crazy. Like, that's just crazy.
And then on top of that, niggas news are leaking and stuff.
Well, yeah, so yeah. That's where I walked in. I said, why is Scotty grinning like that? I had to scroll back and be like, oh, Lord. Yes. And yes, I heard about that.
People like what they see.
I take it you're one of the people that like what he sees. Yeah.
But yeah. I just gotta be honest about it. But I'm just ready for. I'm like Keisha Cole. I just wanted to be over.
Listen, I'm with you. I've been waiting for this because honestly, I believed Megan from the beginning. I know a lot of people nitpick the lies that she told, but I don't feel like any of the lies that she told. I guess I feel like I understand. Now I don't have a running list of every lie the woman done told, but I mean the ones that I know of, I understand why she said what she said. I understand why she lied, and people lie to the police all the time. I think people think that just because the police are asking you questions, you tell them the truth. People lie all the time, and people lie to make themselves look better or to not make themselves look as culpable. People do it all the time. And so I just feel like ultimately the lies that she told, and for me, it doesn't change what I think happened that night. Now that's just my opinion. I know people disagree, and that's cool, you know.
What I'm more disgusted by is the way people. I have never seen so much venom being thrown at somebody before.
I will never understand, and I don't know what I missed. Maybe I'm just old. I don't know. But I don't know what I missed that made people just be so nasty and turn against Megan in such a vile, nasty way. Like they act like Tory was their brother or something. And the way people were just like, and I'm just like, wow, you know, it's just like, wow.
It's annoying because I ain't never seen nothing like that.
Leah, I've absolutely been following the case. She did not lie about everything. She did lie, but she did not lie about everything.
If you want to be real, everybody lied.
All of them lied.
Everybody
Kelsey lied. Megan lied, Tory lied. They all lying about, because all of them are telling the story that is most advantageous to their version of the story. That's it.
They all lied. And that's why I really don't have much to say now because everybody's lying. So that's why this case has made so many curves and swerves and every damn thing else because everybody isn't telling the damn truth.
Right. Do you remember? And I don't know if you, because you old enough to remember, like back in the day when sitcoms were really, really big. You ever remember episodes of sitcoms where something would happen, and then they would spend the whole episode retell each person retelling. I remember, I never forget, it was a famous Good Times episode where the couch caught on fire. And
Mm-hmm.
each person told their version of the story about how the couch caught on fire. And at the core of the story was the same, but each person
Had a
told
different
something.
account.
Yeah. And so I just feel like that's what this is. This is a real live, like, sitcom. It's just,
You know what? That reminds me of the episode of Living Single when I think Regine was making some raisin shit, and Khadijah was accusing Regine of stealing her mom's recipe. And they was
mm-hmm.
telling the story because
Yes.
they was telling the
Yes.
story kind of the same but different because every time they
Each
told the
person.
story, Max was the one walking in the house
Yes.
with the sauce in her hand, standing over the damn thing.
The
But they,
raisin smooches. Yep.
yeah, but and it all came out that Max was the one.
It was
With,
Max. Her hot sauce got in the mix. You got in the show.
right.
And I just feel like because even like I was listening to Pam earlier. Somebody mentioned her in the chat, and Pam was saying how by both of those women, in neither one of their versions did they talk about the fact that they actually had an altercation. Had they included that part in either one of them story, that would have almost positively eliminated Kelsey as being the shooter based on the way the story went. Kelsey and Meg was fighting when the first shot happened.
Mm-hmm.
And so it would have led more credibility to it not being Kelsey. But because both of them left that out of their story, and I'm sure they both left it out of their story because they didn't want to tell people that they was out there fighting. You
Mm-hmm.
know, again, everybody lied for a reason. And I ain't saying it's a good reason. I'm just saying everybody lied for a reason. Meg lied for a couple of reasons. One, she ain't want the world to know that she's a low down dirty friend. Because it is, let's just call a spade a spade. She is. She a low down dirty friend. That's number one. She didn't want the world to know that she was tripping off this dude. That she was out there jealous of Kylie Jenner and acting a damn fool. And she didn't want anybody to know that he had shot her.
Mm-hmm.
That's why she lied in the beginning and said it was glass. They've all disputed the fact, the medical records dispute that. So, okay, I think it's a whole lot of women out here that's lied to protect a man or vice versa. It's a whole lot of them. It's a whole lot of people that have lied about who they slept with because they don't want to admit that they slept with the person that they slept with. And it's a whole lot of people that have lied and did some dirty shit behind somebody's back that they were supposed to be cool with. So for me, the reason why I say none of those things honestly make me feel no kind of way about whether, as a victim, you need to tell Leah, okay, but the reality is people lie all the time. As the victim, you need to tell the truth. Do you know how many times police show up to a married couple's house and the woman lies about what happened to her? Do you know how many times that, and I say women, I mean men too, men can be abused too. Do you know how many times people lie to the police about how they got injured, about how and why something happened? Hell, I remember this is on a smaller scale, but I remember fighting with my brother and sister when we were kids and getting my ass whooped, or I'm whooping their ass. And my mama walk in the door and be like, what happened? Nothing. And clearly something going on. I'm bleeding. My head busted up, my hair all over my head. She knows something going, nothing. So
Exactly.
Again, people do. I love these people that are so self-righteous and act like they ain't never done nothing wrong. They ain't never lied. They ain't never made a mistake. They ain't never tried to protect nobody. Well, people crack me up. They so self-righteous. It ain't never happened to them. But it happens. That's the reality. It happens. I deal with kids all the time. They lie. Listen, kids lie about the sky being blue.
Hold on, wait a minute. He kind of did lie because at first he said Kelsey didn't shoot her, but now his team is saying that she
Right.
did. That is a lie.
And if it wasn't him, it was his Twitter. So that means somebody was running his Twitter that had permission to speak for him. He made a whole song. Did y'all forget he wrote a whole song? He wrote a whole song about what did or did not happen. So
Yeah, that's why we saying that they all lying. He don't have to speak. His team speaking for him, and whatever his team's saying, it got to come from him. At the end of the day, he did come out and say that Kelsey didn't. He did say it.
it came from, listen.
It came
If
from
he
his
didn't
Instagram
say it,
account, unless
it came from
somebody else
his
did it.
verified Instagram account. So if he didn't say it, that somebody that he is paying said it.
Child,
Now,
that's a troll.
now people want to split hairs. If he didn't say it, then somebody he paying say it.
Child, that's a
Oh my
troll.
God, Leah, girl. Okay, it don't matter. She one of them people. It don't matter what you say, because now Megan ain't a gangster. Snitching is for people on the streets. Girl, again, I deal with kids all day. They won't snitch on the person who turned off the lights. They won't snitch on the person who threw a pen across the classroom. They not gangsters either. But you better not snitch. Oh, snitches. Oh, you snitched. You told her who threw the pencil. Child, it don't have nothing to do with being a gangster. It is that code. It is that mentality. She
But
has
to
said what
me,
happened, Leah. You don't believe her because you said she didn't lie too many times. So, I mean, it's nothing at this point, Leah, there's nothing Megan can say or do for you to believe her. So it is what it is. You said she need to tell the truth, but you don't believe nothing she says. So what's she supposed to say?
all right, don't give me to quoting that Megan Thee Stallion lyric on anxiety. They always say speak your truth, but at the same way they say they don't believe.
Right? Child. Excuse me. But originally, that is where the mindset of snitching came from. It was for the streets, but people have taken that and evolved it into everyday application. And like I said, I deal with kids all day long, and they had the same mentality. So, again, do I think in my heart of heart, and again, I could be wrong just because that's what I believe don't mean I'm right. It's just what I believe. I believe he did it. I absolutely believe he did it. Do I think a lot more happened that night than what we originally knew?
I
Absolutely.
think it could be more to it than what they all saying but they were all drunk. Some shit they probably
And that's
just
the other
don't even
thing too.
remember.
And that's the other part of it too. Everybody except for that driver was drunk as hell. And the only reason why I say except for the driver is because he was the driver, so I would assume he wasn't as drunk as the rest of them. But which is another reason why I don't understand why they didn't call him. The only reason why I feel like they wouldn't have called him to the stand is that they couldn't trust what he was gonna say. That's the only thing I could think of, is that they didn't necessarily trust what he was gonna say. But I feel the same way. Like all of them were drunk. Like you add drunk to the mix. They young, they drunk, they stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like I know in my early 20s, if I was a millionaire in my early 20s, drunk as hell, hanging out, child, let the police pull us over. I don't know shit either. I don't know what happened. Listen, let me tell you something. I have lied to the police. Listen, I ain't one of them people that's about to sit here and tell y'all no lie. I done lied to the popo.
Me
I have
too.
lied to the popo. Okay? And I've lied to the popo a couple of times. And in my lifetime, I have witnessed some things. I ain't about to sit here and act like I ain't no gangster. I ain't about to say that either. But I've witnessed some things, and I don't know. I didn't see nothing. Police officer, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see nothing. Listen, I tell y'all the truth. One time, I was at a party, and they started shooting. This when I was young. Yeah, Look, y'all know I grew up in DC in the 90s, child. That was just an everyday occurrence, child. You go to a party, somebody, it was gonna be
That's
a
an everyday occurrence around here,
it was
honey.
gonna be some fighting, it was gonna be some shooting, child.
Play the wrong song, they was gonna shoot.
Okay. And I remember
Thank you.
somebody literally, y'all, I'm not even exaggerating. Somebody got shot. They were standing, they really were like maybe only not even 10 feet from me. They got shot. Y'all think I saw who shot them? Not when the police asked me, I didn't. They said, "Did you, ma'am? Mm-hmm. Did you?" I know. Mm-mm. Sure didn't.
That's
Nope.
just like being in high school and seeing somebody steal something at the teacher's desk, and everybody be like, "I don't know who did it."
Right. Yeah. Ali says, "Thank you for the super chat. Not snitching has been embedded in us since we were kids. Remember, don't be a exactly. Our parents used to tell us that. Don't you be tired of don't be telling. Like that's what we were. That's not gangster. That's what we were all taught. Well, I ain't gonna say all of us because I don't know how everybody grew up.
Well, my sister was a fucking
But I know
tattletale.
that's
She stayed snitch on me, but I ain't never snitched on her.
See, look at you, still
that was
mad. Look, I
sad
see
part.
you now. You still, look at you.
The teacher called the house one time. I answered the phone, said my mama wasn't there. She overheard me doing it and then gonna tell my mama that I told the teacher that she wasn't there.
Oh yeah, she was a snitch for no reason.
I want
She
to
was a
whoop
snitch
her
and it ain't even
motherfucking
no
ass so
business.
bad. I want to beat her ass. Like, what's the
See, it's one
point?
thing. It's one thing when you involved. It's something different when you snitching for no reason. That wasn't her place.
It wasn't.
Child. Don't get so I mean again, and unfortunately in a situation like this, no matter what the verdict is, not enough information, in my opinion, came out in court to really vindicate either one of them, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion. But again, there's some people who are just going to believe what they believe, and that's fine because I believe what I believe. Like I believe he did it. So just as much as I believe he did it, there's going to be people who believe he didn't do it. Listen, that's what makes the world go round. But I was hoping that the trial would clear it up one way or the other, and it doesn't seem like it's done that.
Right. Hold on one second, really, B.
Oh Lord.
Because somebody wants some attention, and I'm gonna have to give it to them tonight.
Give it to me, baby.
Okay, first of all, you're not required to agree with anything that I'm saying at all. Because there's plenty of people in the chat that disagrees with me and really B. So it ain't that. Your behavior is what labels your ass as a troll. Okay? Like the shit you're doing is making you look like a fucking troll. Okay? So maybe if you would behave yourself in a certain manner, you won't be looked at as a damn troll. Okay? You don't have to agree with us at all. But the way you trying it in this chat, it's very trollish. Calm down. We don't know none of these folks that's involved in this.
And I promise you, my paycheck ain't gonna change one way or the other. I'm just saying. Did you go get your teeth cleaned or something this week, Scotty? Your teeth are looking extra white today.
Hey. Nah, I don't go get my teeth cleaned again until next month.
Oh, your teeth are looking extra white today, honey. Maybe it's because you was just grinning so hard.
Listen. Those nudes, bro.
Catherine! Oh my God! Catherine do not play.
She don't. And I be needing for her to calm her ass down sometimes.
Catherine do not play about that one there.
She does that in T's chat. She do it in Josiah chat. I think she wanted the mod for you too. She wanted the mod for everybody on the Whether You Like It or Not panel.
Oh, girl, okay. She can mod.
Because she gonna make sure the folks ain't playing with you, honey.
Listen, we already share mods. I got CC Freak as a mod, Tracy is a mod, Lil Baby is a mod. We already share mods, child. So I'm still in timeout. You're not in timeout because we can see you
You're not in time out at all,
based on what
honey.
was presented in court. I don't disrespect anyone or even say, Scotty, I respect his honesty. Okay.
I didn't know that was gonna time you out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Not 10 toes. Peace. Don't do that. Not 10 toes. You know that's what Bishop Whitehead always say. 10
Yeah, he
toes.
said that
10
over and over
toes.
again in that live. Yes, I was feeling the news, child.
You know Scotty nasty ass was.
I was at work when I seen them news on Twitter. I had to stop what I was doing. I was stuck in the back room for about 10 minutes looking at them news. I was like this.
Leah, I
Somebody,
don't have a problem with you having an opposing opinion. It just seemed like you was a little aggressive. I feel like the mods felt like he was being a little aggressive.
someone said, girl, let party get to. Now that's the news I'm waiting to see.
Oh, not party. Okay, man gonna go to jail for real. She gonna come and get you. She gonna come and get you.
Them the news I'm waiting to see right there.
Prophet said he saw the news a week ago. Y'all late.
Oh.
That's why when somebody was like, "Isn't it ironic that his news dry?" I said, "Them news been out there. We just know we didn't know who he was before. Them news been out there."
Well, God, thank you for those, because I enjoyed it. I had a lovely time looking at them, honey.
Is that what it was? You had a lovely time. That's
yes, like they were lovely to look at. Like I told you, I was at work just positioning my phone in different ways, trying to look at them the right. Party, please leak your nudes, please.
Not, you know what? Right. Look, she said, "Well, why did you share last week?"
Party, please share your nudes. If you don't want to share them, you can send them to me. I won't send them to nobody else.
Now, can we talk about that for a minute to change the subject a little bit, but to still stay on Meg? Can we talk about that double standard that Meg was like, Party didn't like the fact that all her sexual history was coming out and how embarrassing it was? I was like, see, that's that double standard right there, because I know Party got plenty of bodies, but they talk about 2-3 people that Meg done slept with, and now all of a sudden,
now she a hoe.
Right.
But see, here's my thing. When I talk to a guy,
my apology if y'all took it that way. It was passion. Not here to argue. Just don't know any of these people. Okay, boo. No problem.
You good, girl.
You good, Leah. You good. No problem, babe.
You good, girl. You ain't like
this double standard shit that I don't like.
Here's my thing. When I see people do shit like that, like for example, when I be trying to like, say for instance, in the past, I've tried to talk to somebody. And then they'd be like, oh, he a hoe. He had this person. He had that person. I'd be looking at them like, and you think I'm a saint?
And that's what I'm saying. And then the older you get, I actually worked with a guy one time, and this is a real story, y'all. This is true tea. And I did not believe him. Like, I really could not wrap my brain around it. This grown folk conversation. This is after 11 o'clock. So I worked with a guy one time. This when I was working at the juvenile detention center. So he was one of the guards. He said that he will not let his wife perform oral sex on him because he don't want those same lips kissing his kids. I said, that's the dumbest shit I have ever heard in my life. I said, well, do you perform oral sex on her? He was like, yeah. I said, so it's okay for you to kiss your kids with your mouth, but your wife can't perform oral sex? I said, that's the dumbest shit. I said, but he'll be the same one that'll justify having an affair, right? I said, that's just dumb shit. That's like, I mean, and he was like, when I tell y'all, I was like, I was really, you know how you think you misunderstood somebody, so you asked them like the same question 20 different ways. I know I must have worded that question 20 different ways because I was like, I can't really believe that he's serious. Y'all, he was dead ass serious. He was
listen, like, nah. I don't judge. I just don't.
Oh, I judge that shit. That was ignorant as hell. That was ignorant.
I know what you mean though, but I'm just saying for me, I just don't judge because I feel like this. I dated 2 brothers, didn't know they were brothers at first. I met them 2 years apart, so I dated 2 brothers. I talked to one best friend and went on to the other one. I can't say nothing about nobody.
But and that's what I'm saying. Like in my past, I have made some bad decisions. I must admit, I made some bad decisions. But again, I don't judge nobody, especially now. Y'all know I'm old. Don't you say nothing, Scatty. But you know I'm old. So at this point, anybody that I date, they probably been married. They probably got all kinds of bodies on them. I know I can't judge.
Now, some bodies I have deleted.
You can't delete a body once it's there. It's their tattoo.
Oh, they deleted, honey.
Once it's there. Once it's there, it's there.
They deleted.
You don't get to just edit bodies.
They deleted.
You don't get to edit no body.
Deleted. 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 I don't claim them. There's no proof that I did anything with them.
Olivia said, yes, you can. I'll be honest with you. I will say this, and that's why this didn't bother me when Meg did it. Because and I knew she was lying when she did it. I knew she was lying about sleeping with when she told Gayle King. If y'all was on my channel, when we talked about it on my channel, I said she lied. I said it then when she did that interview with Gayle King. I said, now Meg, you lying. Now Meg, I'm with you, girl, but you are lying. You know you slept with that boy. I know she slept with that boy when she said she didn't. But let me be clear with y'all and tell y'all that there are people in my life that I have had relations with, and I will look you dead in your face, and I will be like, no, I didn't. There's only one person that I won't lie to about that, and that is if I'm trying to get into the pearly gates. I be like, all right, you know what happened. But
the only person I won't lie to about it is Reggie. Reggie be knowing where all the bodies at, literally all of them.
Right.
So
listen. I will lie. I'll be like, I didn't. What are you?
Yeah, Reggie be knowing. See, it may be some shit that some of our other friends might not know, but he know.
Exactly. That's exactly. That's between me and the Lord. Exactly. That's the only.
What's that noise
that I'm admitting to? Is that me?
Hold on.
Is it like a piercing noise? Is it
Hold
me?
on.
Let me.
Okay, it's gone now.
So is it back? Is it me?
Yeah. Okay. But yes, child, I can't judge a soul at all. And I refuse. Mm-mm. I had my fun.
Okay,
before.
is it back?
It's gone.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It does that from time to time. It went away for a long time, but the last like 2 weeks it's been coming back, and I don't know. I can't make the connection. I don't know what it is, but if I go out and I turn my camera off, so it must be something with this camera. If I turn my camera off, my webcam off, and then I switch to if I default to my computer webcam and then come back, that usually gets rid of it. But I don't know why. I don't know why it comes out. I don't know why it does that.
Child. It's just like how my StreamYard don't work.
Leah said, really B, I have to ask you, if you don't mind, how do you have sex with someone you're embarrassed about?
Easy.
Yeah, easy. Well, first of all, let me speak for myself. I probably wasn't embarrassed when it happened. I probably was embarrassed after the fact, like, damn, you really turned out to be a real fucking asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like, I probably wasn't, I mean, I was clearly attracted to them, and we clearly had some sort of connection, because I'm not one of the people that can sleep with somebody that I can't do that. But I mean, you turn into an asshole. Like it is what it is. Like, and then I will admit, I had one night. It was just a bad damn decision.
Well,
I was drunk as hell.
I just say this,
and we looked at each other and was like,
I just say this. I just needed a nut. And I didn't have nobody else to call on my little black book. And that was the only person that was willing to give it to me. So I did it. And I regretted it the moment after I did it. It's just that simple.
Yeah. And I mean, it's okay. So like, Leah, like, I'm fat, right? It's like I be regretting shit as soon as I eat it. Because I know it's not a good idea, but I be wanting it. And then, like just now, I just ate a good old piece of cake. I know I don't need to be eating no piece of cake at 11 o'clock at night, but I wanted it. And then I ate it. And I feel bad about it now. I'm embarrassed that I ate that piece of cake. But I wasn't embarrassed when I was eating it. It felt good.
So let's break down the lies. Glass, they found out the same night she was shot. So that was corrected within hours. The detective said she told them it was Tory 4 days later in his interview with her. She breaking them down, ain't it, child? I wasn't expecting all that. How was it? Well, I'm just saying, like, it's the truth. I have slept with people that I did not find attractive at all. I just needed some that day.
Yeah, now, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm trying to think if I ever slept with somebody that I didn't think was attractive. No.
There are some people that are not attractive, they just got good sex. But this ain't that type of
See, I
life.
wouldn't know that because I would have had to find them attractive on some level to even have sex with them to find out if they had good sex. But I will say this again, there have been people that, like I said, in the moment, I mean, but then after the fact, you be like, hmm,
Now it's
I was
one
so
person. It's one person that I do know that I had a one night stand with for a reason. It was a one night stand because the sex was whack. But however, I had a crush on him, and then he finally came to me and said what he had to say. This was like many, many moons ago. This was what year? 2014
mm-hmm.
or something like that. So I had a crush on him. I went out to the club one night, met him at the club, left with him. We was back at that. We went back to his place, and we was there for 5 minutes, and it's just like nothing ever happened. And I'm just like, he really think he did something.
Ah! Now I have stopped in the middle and been like, this was a bad decision. I
I
have done
remember coming back to the club, and my friend was like, "You back already?" I said, "Can we go home?"
that.
He was like, "It was that." I said, he said it was that bad. I said, "Uh-huh. Can we go home?" Because I
Right.
remember
Yeah,
when we
that's
got
true
into the
too. You
club.
drink enough. If you drink enough, people do look better, and then you wake up and you be like,
But I know one thing. The dude gonna say, "This better not be no one night stand." I
"Oh."
said, "Oh, it's not." It was.
Pete said he thought he ate that. Right. He thought he did that.
Didn't do shit. We left that club playing TLC Girl Talk all the way back home.
Ah!
Terrible. I was like, you had me fooled. All the muscles and stuff. I just thought you was finna get it popping.
I said, but you know what? I did have revenge sex. You know what? Let me rewind. I had revenge sex twice in my life. And in both cases, I would have took that lie to lie. Well, one, I am taking that lie to die. The other one, I got exposed. But I was gonna take that lie till I died. Oh. But I did have revenge sex twice. The one where I got exposed, his dumb ass. So it used to be like this little. It was a club, but it wasn't like an official club, and we used to have like happy hour there. And that used to be like in a little clique, right? And the whole little clique, we used to all hang out or whatever. We all met. Do you remember Black Voices back in the day?
Mm-hmm.
We all met on Black Voices back in the day, right? But we were all in this area. So we all used to hang out. We would have card parties or go out to eat, go bowling. Just go play. We used to play football. We had so much fun. So we were young. We were in our 20s. People were sleeping with everybody. You know what I'm saying? It was just what it was. And I remember it was this one. It was like a clique of mean girls, and they was really mean to me. Like they really, it was some bullshit. They used to like really be mad at me or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was cool with the guys because I'm tomboyish and I liked sports and stuff like that. And so they used to hate that I would be around and anyway. But I remember one of the chicks, like the ringleader of the little clique, baby, her boyfriend came on to me, and I knew they was dating. But I never said nothing. His dumb ass gonna tell it because he got caught cheating. So they had one of those come to Jesus moments. Will tell me everything before we can move forward. I need to know the truth. And he gonna say my name. I said, why you bring me in that?
What,
You didn't
girl?
have to admit to sleep. You didn't have to admit to me being a part of none of that. You got caught sleeping with her. That's all y'all needed to talk about was her. Why you talking about me? So then she gonna call me talk about something. How could you do that to me? I said we not friends. Shit, we know each other. Just because I know you don't make us friends. But y'all, I was young then. I'm not that person anymore. I would never do nothing like that now. But
She lied in the interview, full stop. She took the
oh,
stand. She admitted to sleeping with Tory under oath. So she lied on to Gail King and told the truth in the court of law. I take that. I'm like, oh, okay. She really breaking it down, child.
she's like,
Oh,
listen, let me tell y'all something.
oh, but I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna end this because I should have been ended this a long time ago.
And I'm telling too much of my business.
But I remember one time I tried to. I had this was like how many years ago? Um, Probably about 8 years ago now. I was trying to shoot my shot at this dude, right? And he inboxed me, gave me his phone number, we were talking, then he admitted that he had a boyfriend. So I'm like, okay. So I decided we'll just be friends. Which we were cool. We weren't trying to have no sex or nothing like that. Like we were just having regular conversation. We'll be talking about like all types of real shit, whatever. Then the boyfriend started noticing that I was calling him and he was calling me. And then one day the boy called me from my friend at the time, his phone. I'm thinking it's him. I answered the phone. I was like, what's going on? He said, um, I'm sorry, but this is not who you think it is. This is his boyfriend. And I said, okay. And so he said, well, I'm not calling you to start no mess or nothing, but I just want to know, do you be texting him do you text him every day? Yeah. Do y'all call each other all the time? Yeah. I don't know what he wanted me to do. So,
But he knew the answer to that question before he asked you because he's
right,
on his
you have to
phone.
be
So
checking.
I don't know what he expected you to say either because clearly you already know the answer. Right, not
Right.
Barbara, this is Shirley.
Right. So I'm like, yeah. And so he was like, well, I'm not trying, like I said before, I'm not trying to start nothing with you. I'm just trying to find out the truth. I said, okay. Then we hung up. So later on that day, the dude called me, the friend called me and said, I'm sorry that he called you. I don't know why he did that. I said, I don't know what he called me for because I ain't doing nothing but tell the truth. He said, I've been meaning to tell you he had came up to your job about 2 days ago looking for you one time. He wanted to see your face in person. I said, oh, okay. I said, who? I said, what's his name? He told me his name. I said, oh, that's the boy that just added me on Facebook the other day. Oh, okay. So he was real high key jealous. So he kept accusing us of sleeping with each other. We was not sleeping together. We was not doing we hadn't even kissed. We hadn't done anything. The dude came by my house one day. He told me that him and the boy had broken up. They had just broke up. So we had sex. You ain't with him now. And he kept on saying that. And he kept on saying that I was fucking you anyway. Why not?
Oh, you so shady. You so shady,
I
Scott.
could have kept that fuck to myself, to be honest, because it wasn't about shit. But okay.
Damn. Damn. And when it's not even worth it, that's when it really be like, what?
Like he wasn't horrible, but he wasn't good.
That's crazy. You gonna show up at my job? That's when you asking for a whole nother situation to happen.
I didn't even know he was there. Like first, it started with you adding me on Facebook. You added me on Facebook first. He one of the reasons why I stopped accepting just anybody on my friend list. Because back then I was just accepting anybody, but now I don't. It's about 400 people waiting to be on my friend list on Facebook. I don't accept nobody unless I know them.
Child, I don't even really be on my Facebook. Like I'm over there long enough to scroll through, see who posted something, see who birthday it is, so I can say happy birthday, and I'll be on my merry little way. Like I don't be on. I really don't be on my Facebook anymore. You know when I had stopped using Facebook before the pandemic, but during the pandemic is when I really because I felt like The only thing that was showing up on my timeline was people sick or dead, and I was like, I can't.
See
I
the
just can't
see
keep
the,
seeing
the
that.
the the one that I really don't use as much anymore is Twitter.
I never was big on in Twitter. Like I'm on Twitter and I will tweet, but I never was big into Twitter. Like I will, I
Yeah.
used to live tweet stuff sometimes, but not. My thing is I forget. Like I'll do it for like the first 15, 20 minutes. Then if I'll get into what I'm looking at, I'll be forgetting the tweet chat.
But see, I be on
Like I look
Facebook.
at people like Ashley, like you and Ashley, who can tweet through. I'll be like, how they do that?
But see, I'm still on Facebook for the mess.
I ain't no mess on my Facebook. I guess I
But
got too
see,
many old people on mine.
See, that's why it ain't no mess on yours. See, I'm here for the mess. Like people around my age and them fight with their
Yeah,
baby
ain't no mess on
daddies, and
my
I'm
Facebook.
screenshotting
Or if
and
it
sending
is
it to
mess,
my
I don't be knowing
friends.
nothing about it.
Screenshotting and sending it to my friends and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm there for the mess. See, that's why the name of my gossip column is Yes for the Mess, because I have a group message with my friends and it's called Yes for the Mess. That's why.
Oh, okay. Now that's YouTube for me. I be all in the mess in YouTube. You know me, I be all in the mess on YouTube. I be paying attention. I be watching it. I screenshotted something and sent it to James today. I be in it. But YouTube, my YouTube is not that exciting.
Yeah. Well, listen, y'all. We're about to go ahead and get up off of here because we over this case. Hopefully, they come to a damn verdict
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I think it'll come to a verdict tomorrow. First of all, I think it's gonna come to a verdict because I think them jurors are ready to be over it and be done. They're ready to go home for the holidays and enjoy their family. But I think it's gonna be over, and I do not think he's gonna see any jail time. He may get convicted or something, but I don't think he's gonna see any real jail time trial.
And
That's my opinion.
before we get off of here, did you watch the Best Man yet?
I watched the first episode.
I've watched the first 3 so far. So good. I intend on reviewing it, but I don't know how I'm gonna do it because, like, I don't want to stop watching it.
Well, see, that's why I stopped after the first. I literally just watched the first episode when I got off my live. But that's why I stopped because somebody wants me to review it with them. And I was like, if I keep watching it, then see, for me, I'll start getting stuff blended and I'll be like, oh, that didn't happen in that episode. So I had to stop.
See,
But
what's probably gonna wind up happening is I'm gonna have to go back and watch some of them again
yeah, because I
and
wasn't
take
going to
notes.
review it. And I'm still not reviewing it on my channel. I'm reviewing it on TSF. They want to review it over there. So because I wasn't going to review it on my channel. I'm just going to watch it for my own pleasure. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Stuff I just like to do for my own, just for me. But so we supposed to be reviewing it over there, child. But yeah, but I know that first episode was good.
It was, but yeah, let me go ahead and get up out of here. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here because I'm gonna tell really be some real quick.
Oh Lord.
We're about to get up out of here, and I will see you guys tomorrow. There'll be more videos tomorrow. I was gonna film one of them tonight, but I'm tired and I'm sleeping. I ain't filming shit tonight, so I'll film it tomorrow. With
Look,
that
that's
being
how I said I
said,
was gonna do a couple of reviews tonight, but baby, I'm tired.
right. So we out of here, y'all. Until next time, thank you guys for watching and subscribing and all that good stuff. And we out of here. Until next
Good
time.
night.
Bye, y'all.
Catherine talking about